Sports Extra on a Tuesday, keeping you informed.
We have 10 students tonight.
Sports Extra Cayman Islands.
So a young team full of talent, full of desire to do good things.
We've had some success with the outdoor league being restarted.
Good evening and welcome to Radio Cayman Sports Extra. I'm your host, DIONNE ANGLIN. Tonight we will welcome Nate Narcisse and Paul Laidlaw of the Cayman Islands Flag Football Association. They're here to discuss our national team, the Cayman Islands national teams, men and women. Is it both men and women?
Correct.
All right. And they're heading off to the UFFL National Championships in Orlando, Florida this weekend. And in the second segment, we will be chatting with the technical director for netball, Coach Janet Letman, about the Senior Women's Open League that recently began on the weekend and the junior leagues that are coming up. So stay tuned to Sports Extra. We'll be right back in a minute.
Radio Cayman News.
A wanted man considered armed and dangerous is in custody tonight.
Police described him as violent, dangerous, and potentially armed.
The curriculum experiences offered to students were
So
excellent.
the National Airline has to ground its flights from Little Cayman after issues with the fire truck there.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
Are you a Caymanian student graduating or graduated from a government high school and hoping to pursue undergraduate studies at any of the world's most prestigious universities with government financial support? Then you may qualify for the new Government High Schools Scholar Award, which provides 2 students with up to $100,000 in annual tuition funding. Visit the Ministry of Education website at www.gov.ky/education to learn more about this latest opportunity to reach your full potential.
This National Heroes Day, we honor the persons who have given their best to the Cayman Islands through volunteerism and charitable services. Join us in Heroes Square on Monday, January 23rd at 9 a.m. to celebrate their achievements. The event is free and open to all, and refreshments will be provided. The festivities will also be aired live on Radio Cayman and streamed on the Cayman Islands Government YouTube channel.
Start your day in the know. Don't miss a beat. Radio Cayman's 7 a.m. news keeps you informed every Monday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Proudly brought to you by Walkers, a reputation for excellence. Learn more about the Walkers Scholarship and Legal Training Program at walkersglobal.com.
Oh, Cayman moon,
The voice of the Cayman Islands. Radio Cayman.
shining down from above.
We love our listeners.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra, and in the studio with us, I'll have him introduce himself and the position he plays at flag football, and you can tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So my name is Paul Laidlaw. I currently play running back and rusher.
Okay, nice.
For both national teams and my club teams.
What's your club team name?
So we have my club, my 5-man team is Ankle Bullies, and then which I play with Terry Ballard and a few others, and then I play with Oliver Parker, who's coach for Cobras.
Okay.
And also right now I play for Titans also with Nate Narcisse. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So you guys are heading off to the UFFL, so that's flag football. Is it United? Do you know
it's United Flag Football. Yeah.
Okay, League National Championships in Orlando. This is not your first time attending. Is this your first time? I know
it's my first Tampa trip.
Okay, because I know that our national team has represented there as well. Yeah. You know what I did not do? I did not say Happy New Year. This is my first. This is actually my first show for the year, so Happy New Year to all our listeners, and Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. Same to you.
You're very welcome. So I know just a little history. Our women's team won that same tournament in 2016, and they finished second. They were runners-up in 2017, right? And that was in the 8-man format.
Yeah, correct.
So this year it's a 5-man format?
So so for our national team, yes, it's going to be the 5-man format, which is what's going on into the World Championships. So we want to start preparing and start looking forward to be able to take Cayman onto that world stage which were won by Mexico in this year, World Champs, which was hosted in Oregon.
Okay.
And we actually feel like we can compete in that we feel that both our women's and men's team are able to give different countries a fighting chance in this format of the game.
All right. So in 2017, was that the last time Cayman competed in that tournament, or we competed in 2019?
2019, I believe we went up just before COVID. Yes,
Yeah.
that was our last trip.
So it's you guys haven't attended since COVID.
No.
Do you know what's the competition usually like, and how do you think Cayman will fare going into the tournament this time around?
Okay, so usually the tournament is usually those who never got an NFL contract or anything, so they go to now play in these flag tournaments.
Okay.
So it's those who are very around the game since youth.
Right.
So
high standards.
Yes, very high standards.
Top quality athletes.
Exactly. We have grown our sport significantly, and our coaching has changed a lot. We have exposed ourselves to enough football to be able to compete at this high level. So it's just for us to execute and get all the jitters for this first tournament of the year.
Okay, I know we usually play 9-man, the men. Is that sort of like an advantage going into a tournament where it's 5-man? Because 5-man is way less, and so it should be easier to play, I would assume. Or it doesn't really go that way.
It really doesn't go that way because now 5-man, it takes out the bigs.
Okay.
And it's all athletic players, and it's more of just speed and making people miss your flags. So there's no one to hide behind. There's no big guy to run behind or to give you room to catch the ball and try to run. It's really, you have to make the play. If you don't do a lateral pass or anything, it's up to you to gain those yards.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster game.
Quite.
It's more fun though.
It's more fun. We do find it fun, and it's really, as Cayman, as a country that's built on speed, we're in the Caribbean and everything, so we like sprinting and everything. That's
our advantage.
That's our advantage. So we really should take that to the highest level for it.
So what's the size of the guys that you guys are going to meet? Because our team is not as big
as
these guys, I'm sure.
There will be some teams with athletic bigs.
Yes.
But for sure it's going to be tall, lanky guys that just move fast or just doing super high catches and those type of things, or just doing low flag misses. So because the sport has really evolved, it's no longer just a hip swivel, everybody's ducking the knee or anything to make it. So it's more exciting, it's more eye appealing to everyone.
Of course. And you said this is your first time in Tampa.
Tampa, yeah. So I traveled with the national team in October to Bahamas.
Okay.
So which we did excel, and we came for our co-ed team. We did come first place.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I did not hear about that.
Yes.
You guys are not keeping me in the loop.
Right. So we won
good.
So we got a trophy there, and then we played 9-man in that tournament. That was our first tournament back into 9. We came overall third.
We always do well in that Bahamas tournament, though.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a good introduction to see where we were as a country and as individuals on the team. So just looking at that and looking how high level and how our physicality has and our endurance training and how we just keep our body in peak fitness has shown that we are supposed to be able to compete with those guys in the States.
That's nice. Okay. What's preparation been like? You said October you guys had, Bahamas. What else have you all been doing in preparation leading up to this?
So we did have, we as a body, the heads of the association, they looked at it. So after looking at how well exposed the sport is going, we did a 5-man we looked at what we did for 5-man, which was in summer.
Okay.
So we did a tournament there. We make sure to look at all the guys who were able to compete and play at a high level were invited to try out for the team and to go on this trip. So preparation has been going on well. A lot of club teams have been taking 5-man and embracing it.
Right.
And we do pickup games every now and then. We try to stay in fitness and keep up with the new rules to be able to get ready for this tournament for sure.
Is it one men's team?
So for co-ed, for national team, we do have
one.
Yeah. So it's one men's team.
And how many players are on this team?
15.
15 of you.
Yeah.
And how is the team selected?
Like I said, it's an invitation.
Okay, so you have an invitation.
Yeah, so everyone who competed in the 5-man tournament in summer,
right,
and who the men's vice president saw was able to compete.
Okay.
He invited us out to try out or to be able to travel on the team.
Okay, and is there anything coming up after this trip?
Oh, for sure. We have our co-ed league. Coming up in February. We try to get everyone who's interested in the sport to follow C for Cayman.
Right.
So we're supposed to be having those links and those registrations for those in the public to be able to reach out to be able to join. Mm-hmm. It's a great introduction to flag football.
Right.
Because it's very warm and it's not as crazy as Summer League.
Yes, I agree. It definitely isn't. But, I've been out of the loop because I haven't played in about 9 years. Mm-hmm. So what fill me in on the men's side of things. Mm-hmm. Who's the leading team? Who's the team to beat this year in the local league?
I joined. So depending on
you're
the format.
You're a trader, is that what you're saying?
No.
No?
Well, I'm a highly sought after person.
Oh, you got that speed that everybody wants. Good hands. All right.
But we have 2 formats that we really focus on with men right now, with 9-man to be added back into loop, hopefully further down the line.
Okay.
But for summer, we're doing 5-man. So I'm with my club team, Ankle Bullies.
Right.
That's one of my travel teams. We compete in Sand Wars in Bahamas. So it's actually beach flag, which is something.
Oh.
Yeah.
When is this?
This. We had it last year. They reintroduced it after the hurricane that devastated Bahamas. They were able to reintroduce it. So it was in August.
Okay.
And
how did we do?
We got into playoffs, but it's a whole
nother ball game.
It's a because
fitness. You're on the beach. It's very different.
And they don't plow the sand. It's just dug up sand, so you just sink into it.
You're sinking in. Yeah, you got to have some serious ups.
Exactly.
Oh wow! Yeah. So how many teams did we take there?
We took it was a quick last moment's notice.
Okay.
So it was really just Ankle Bullies, a club team, which exposed Cayman, but we competed so high we had to earn our stripes to get the respect because.
Of course, yeah.
So it was a funny thing because we went up there like, oh, okay, so we're gonna get a fair treatment.
Right.
No, they told us right off the bat, oh, we put you draw the best seeding with all the best teams. Like, oh, okay.
Unfortunate, but fortunate.
Yeah, so we earn a stripe. So they're looking forward to us to be able to come and compete again this year.
Okay, so is it just Ankle Bullies competing this year, or because of how well y'all did, you're going to take other teams with you?
We exposed our told some of the other clubs also. We're hoping it's later down the road. We're hoping we'll be able to take the national team also, but it's in the air. It's in the works to see what tournaments would be best suited to progress the sport and progress all the teams to be able to compete. So some of the minor tournaments might be just club teams going,
right,
instead of the national team. But then, to get back to our question, for 8-man, we have Cobras, who is the next team that's the best, led by Oliver Parker, who I joined this year also. So both teams I've played with has won their trophies so far.
Any team that Oliver is on, whether he's playing or coaching, wins.
Yeah. Well, that is very true. Yeah, he did the double this year for sure for men and
for
women.
Several years.
Yeah.
His women's team, his men's team, and I think he did a triple one year where his co-ed team won as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's incredible. That says a lot about him as a player.
Oh.
For someone who has played with him, along with him, can you tell us a little bit about his style and what makes him so good, so sought after?
He's just so enveloped with sport. Like when we hang out, we talk about football a lot.
Yes.
And he just loves to grow the sport.
He breathes football. Yeah.
He enjoys it. Everybody likes winning.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot to be able to have that winning mentality, a lot of sacrifice, and just you're not going to be the most liked guy all the time, but that's what comes to the territory, and he handles that pressure and that heat on his back very well, and take everything on like with ease and just wipe it off, and just always competing.
So you said you started flag football 5 years ago?
Yeah, somewhere around. Yeah.
What were you doing before that? Did you
track and field.
Track and field.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what event?
200 and 100.
Oh, how'd you do in that?
Oh,
well, it led you to flag football.
Well, I trained with Delroy Murray.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice.
So
now the president.
Now the president for sure. He's like an uncle to me. So grew up really close to him. So at one point I was, you know how track being started. We was the fastest of that year.
Right.
Yeah. Which was quite great. It really developed me to be able to compete in the sports for sure, because my speed is my greatest asset. Yes.
Do you still do track?
I try. Ever so often I go to a training.
Yeah.
But every time I go, I just realize this is why I left.
Yeah.
I remember just going on, because we do a lot of beach training. Just remember the training, like if you didn't do 100%, or if you're not throwing up, that means you were cheating and not hiding from the reps of the sport.
Okay. Great. And I meant to ask you, do you prefer the regular flag football, or do you enjoy the beach as well?
I love both.
You like both?
Well, I love the sport in general. So the more I get to play, the more I enjoy it. The great thing about the beach one is you could actually just dive for the ball. And
of course, yeah. Exactly. And it's still flag, right?
Exactly. It's still flag. It's still you have to pull the flag off the waist. It's that term is more contact. So
how big is the yard line? How?
It's a beach football, an actual beach football field.
Right.
So I can't remember the dimensions, but you play the whole field. There's no cutting the field in half or anything. It's the whole square dimension of the football field.
What do you think? Do you think Cayman will thrive on a sport like that here? I mean, we do have top beach volleyball competition here. It'll be nice to have beach flag football.
Okay, yeah, it would be for sure, because
we have good sand.
Oh yes, for sure. We do have that advantage to us, and it would be great. It's just we already have the teams in Bahamas who want to come down and try it out for sure.
Oh, definitely. It's good.
And we just need to put it together, put the idea together, and formulate a plan to who we can help make that dream possible for sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. When we get back, we'll touch a little bit more on the tournament that you guys are heading to this weekend. All right. So stay tuned.
Let me tell you something. I've been fishing our island since I was a boy, and it's getting harder and harder to get a good catch. Maybe it's because there are so many more people in Cayman than ever before. Maybe it's because of how the climate is changing. I don't know about that, but I do know that I want to be able to keep fishing and teach my children to fish one day as well. So it makes sense to me that we have certain areas and certain times of the year to fish for certain things. It feels unfair not to be allowed to fish where my dad had taught me to fish, but I know that being patient now means we can keep fishing for many more generations. We're all in this together, right?
For more info, download the Cayman DOE app or visit doe.ky. The Business Buzz. Each and every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. Brought to you by
Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. Cayman Insurance Center. Celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands. Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. a traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
From district to district, moving through the waters to Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Your station, your voice. All things Cayman. One radio, many people. This is home.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
All right, welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra, and we have Paul Laidlaw in the studio with us, and he's representing the Cayman Islands national flag football team that's heading to Orlando, Florida for the UFFL National Championships. Let's talk a little bit about the ladies. You were informing me that we have an 8-man team that's heading off there as well.
Yeah, so it's a club team, but made up of a lot of women that have competed in the past with the Cayman Islands national team. Which is going to be led by Oliver for sure.
Okay.
And he's linked up with a Bahamian team also, try to start networking us with new teams also. So he's going to do a mixed team with their Bahamian Wildcats also. So which should be great because we really want to start introducing Cayman to the world.
Of course. Yeah.
And showing that we have a product that can be worked along with and hopefully be able to spread our influence further out.
What's our women's team like for the national team for the 5-man that's heading off also?
So it's a really mix of talents. We have ladies that can run for days, ladies who could catch, ladies who just, Brendan's wife, Lisa, who's just a wonderful QB.
Phenomenal player, yeah.
Great QB, great knowledge of the game. And it's all of them compete at a high level. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the playoffs, even go on to win it.
They usually do.
Mm-hmm.
What's the level of competition for the ladies, and why is it different? Why are the ladies making it to the playoffs and the men aren't? For a lack of better words.
So it's both sides of the coin play high intensity game.
Yeah.
It's just, how do I say this tactfully?
I like how you put that.
we're just starting for the men's side to let go of our egos.
Okay.
And be able
that
to.
Can be done with flag?
Yeah,
really?
Right?
So please do tell.
Yeah, so we let go of ego and make sure the person who should get the ball gets the ball. We're not in the huddle, throw the ball to me.
Right.
We let it go to we allow the QB to actually decide who should get the ball. So I've been there before where you're just in the huddle and this guy just overriding like, no, throw the ball to me. The pass needs to come to me, and you throw the ball to him, and it just kills the whole play. And
right.
So on the men's side, I think that's the greatest thing, that our biggest asset now, we're actually playing unified and not singularity as individual players.
I mean, are you guys at the level where your QB makes most of the decisions on the field?
Yes, exactly.
So that's basically where you want to be, or that's where you are at now?
That's where we are now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Okay, and the coach has allowed that. The coach is okay with that.
Our coach is our primary QB. Oh, yeah, yes.
Who's the coach?
So Brandon's our coach, yeah.
Okay.
So he enjoys the sport so much, and he sees the game so well, and he's able to. I think this is his format.
Yes.
He doesn't have to worry about getting those hard hits anymore.
Right. And what I like about flag football, you can be the coach and QB.
And QB, yeah.
And QB, not the rest of the players on the field.
Yeah.
Not those positions, but the QB, because the QB gets to sit back
and see
watch
actually
see the floor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's pretty good. And he's also the coach of the women's league as well.
Exactly.
And he's had great experience, and he's a champion coach as well, like a 5-time championship coach, I think, for the women.
Yeah, that's him and Oliver are those usually the two in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah. For men and women.
For men and women,
Okay, all right. So it's going to be a very exciting season this year, you think? How many teams do we have? Do you know yet?
So on both sides, we're looking to have at least 6 teams.
Okay.
How we do it now, we try to do mix up everybody now. So for 5-man, we have new teams now.
Okay.
So we did a draft a few years back and kind of mixed up everybody to make it all fresh. So it's very more competitive now. It's really up to for every player to shine and show their skill. Last year with our league, it was a tight finish all the way into playoffs.
Okay.
So it's going to be a great league. It's up now.
Okay.
That's the greatest thing about flag now. We found our niche where everybody's able to compete at a high level.
What's that transition like for the team itself? Not just you individually, but for the team when you guys switch formats like that? Because I know when we played 9-man, the men played 9-man, and you go on tournaments like this where you have to switch to 8-man or 5-man. What's that like for you guys? And is that an easy transition?
So it was good that we did transition period in summer to prepare us for this. It wasn't easy because everybody's already set in their mind for 9-man.
Okay.
So it's learning new tricks, learning a new format, learning the new rules. But we did well in our summer league to get everybody on the same page and able to understand the format and all the rules and all the nifty tricks or the little tips here and there to be able to make it effective or game effective.
And what are some of the things you think you guys can do to help, take the sport to the next level? I remember a couple of years ago you guys were talking about certifying your referees and your coaches. How's that coming along? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, so we're still seeking those type of trainings. The board has been working hard to be able to extend those things out to us. So they actually started training me to be a young referee.
Okay.
So I haven't heard anything just as yet. I'm pretty sure in the future we're hoping to be able to be able to have referees that actually are certified and be able to also travel with us to on those tournaments also.
Okay, that's nice. And how many referees do we have right now? Do we still have what's his name again? The one that was very dedicated.
Dino.
Yes,
Dino. Dino's still there. Oh yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
We can't get rid of Dino. Dino loves the sport.
No, that's good.
Yes,
that's awesome. He's been there for over 15 years now.
He loves football. Oh man, he's. If we know it's going to be a bad Sunday if Dino's not there.
Yeah. And he's like you said, he's very passionate about it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So are players still officiating as well?
Yeah. So we do, before we allow players to officiate, we make sure that they do a 1-week course.
Yes.
With Dino, and there's always a ref group chat where we make sure that everyone's on the same page, and if we go and make a call, we all decide on the call together. So it has come a long way since before. When I started, we had a little period where we were kind of lost and trying to find our footing back. But he helped us, and the board helped to make sure we gain that footing back with our referees.
Well, there's always a disadvantage when sometimes it depends on how honest the referee is. If the referee is a player and refereeing, there's a trust issue there, right?
Exactly.
So, that's one of the reasons I think they were working on certifying proper officials and coaches as well, because you have so many coaches that,
the sport's growing, and all our and we're trying to grow with it also.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm looking forward to the new season and the co-ed league. Who is the defending champion for the co-ed league? Please don't say Oliver again.
No.
Okay,
It was, I believe it's Papa Brendan who won last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you realize you're still in most of the leagues. You're hearing the same names.
Yes. But everybody's wanted to compete at that level, which is great. So it's you don't start off the season, Brendan's going to be in there, Oliver's going to be in there.
Yeah.
It's now that everybody has a chance to be in there, which is great. No one going to feel like, oh, I already know what the result going to be. Why am I out here? No, it's very close and very exciting now. If the public would come out on a Saturday or a Friday night, they'll see great football and nice scoring game, nice high scoring game.
So it's Fridays and...
So for our co-ed league, it's going to be Friday nights from 7 to around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And then for summer league, we'll be able to start. It'll be on Saturdays.
Okay.
Hopefully, we won't have to start at 12 o'clock.
This is very dreadful, that son.
Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, and we'll be able to start playing at 1 or 2. But
that's just as bad.
Just as bad, but hey.
But it's better than 12. You by the end of the league, you're unrecognizable.
Exactly. But it's not only our adults that get to play. We also have our youth league, which is in May to June.
Okay.
And it starts from 6-year-olds all the way up to under 18s.
Okay. So before we head out, just talk to me a little bit about your team that's heading off this weekend. What can the Cayman Islands expect from this team, and when do you guys leave?
Okay, so what to expect is just a team that's ready to compete for its country and leave everything out there, and so hopefully a team that's going back, bring a trophy back.
Of course. When do you guys leave out?
So we leave this Thursday, the 12th, and come back the 17th of the Monday. And the competition starts on Friday the 13th, all the way to the Sunday the 16th.
How many games will you all be playing?
So for the men's, altogether will be 4 games. So 6 games.
Okay.
Guaranteed 3 games for each team. So
depending on who goes further.
Exactly. So 2 on Friday for both men's and women, and then 2 co-ed games in the evening of those 2 days. So the first day is 4, the second day is 2, and then depending on how our result, we compete on the playoffs on Sunday.
Oh, and those days when you have 2 games and it's hot sun you're playing in it?
No, it's not a hot sun.
So you're playing in the evening?
So it's still January there. So it's...
you're right. I'm thinking Cayman.
Right?
It's pretty cool there now.
Yes, right now it's still cool. We looked at the weather and it's like in the high 60s, and then in the night it's like the low 50s.
Awesome. But it's still tiring.
It's still tiring. It's a lot of games. And the great thing about 5-man, while we played here, we got used to that stamina because we had to play 2 games back to back.
Right.
So it's not like we don't have the endurance and we don't have the intensity to be able to play at this. We are ready to play at this high intensity that's expected of us.
Right. Sounds good. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it, and all the best to you guys.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up next, we will hear from Coach Janet Letman, and she's the technical director for netball here in the Cayman Islands, and she'll be talking to us about our open league I think it's a continued league that's set to start, or I think it has started in October of last year and it continued on awesome. The weekend. So that should be good. And then they have their Turtle Netters program, and for the kids and their junior, under 11, under 15, and under 12, I believe, league that's coming up. So I'm looking forward to hear all about it. Thank you so much again for stopping by. Stay tuned for more on Sports Extra. We'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned.
Don't be caught up by the weather again. Stay in the know with Radio Cayman's 7 a.m. weather report every Monday through Friday. Proudly brought to you by the Department of Environment, reminding you to respect the marine parks and fish responsibly. Download the Cayman DOE app today.
This National Heroes Day, we honor the persons who have given their best to the Cayman Islands through volunteerism and charitable services. Join us in Hero Square on Monday, January 23rd at 9 a.m. to celebrate their achievements. The event is free and open to all, and refreshments will be provided. The festivities will also be aired live on Radio Cayman and streamed on the Cayman Islands Government YouTube channel.
There's no right way to do grief. Know that you don't have to grieve alone. Cayman has a number of resources to support you in your grief. Contact your pastor, join the support group at hospice, contact other local counselors, that are available to you. Grief is part of life. Learning about it and connecting with supportive people when you experience grief can help you work through your grief rather than trying to avoid it or bypass the turmoil.
A message from Radio Cayman's premier health show, For the Health of It. 9:30 Saturday mornings and repeated at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Satisfaction is guaranteed 24 hours a day, whether it's music or information.
From Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman, we've got you covered.
You ever hear a thing like that?
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Alrighty, welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra, where we have netball in the studio with us. We have Coach Laverne Ebanks, and we also have Rosemary Wilson of Rising Stars.
Yes.
Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Coach Janet will be joining us very shortly. All right, so we have the Open League. We were to chat about the Open League that has started. Is it I meant to ask, is it a fresh start, or is it a continuation from October?
Continuation.
Just a continuation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we had a nice start to the continuation last Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard.
Awesome. You heard? You weren't there?
No.
You missed, your team didn't play?
You missed it?
I did, unfortunately.
What about you, Coach?
Yeah,
Liber?
my team played on Saturday.
Oh, who did you play?
We played Socialites.
Yes.
Socialites. Okay.
But unfortunately, we lost by 1. Most of my players were still off.
Yeah.
So we were challenged with players. But they turned up and they did their best. And
What's the name of your team?
We're Elite.
Elite, right. Elite. Okay. Well, that's nice. So Elite versus Socialites, you lost by 1. Can you tell us what happened? What do you think happened?
Well, when a team is not actually fit, physically fit, you know that is a challenge there. And you're not coming up to training.
You just get up
because
Christmas.
We just get over Christmas. But we still have, a way to go, and we think talking about development. So and we still have few more months to go. So we're still in the game.
Yeah, and no excuses, but you didn't have your team full squad there as well, right? All right. So I know Socialites, Elite. Tell us a little bit about your Elite squad this season.
Well, we have the same players, and we do have few new players. It's a balanced team.
And Coach Janet, you can pull your mic towards you as well.
Yeah, it's a balanced team. We have
take it towards you.
We have a new shooter. We have cynical players, but it do pose a challenge because most of these players, they do work, and for them to come off on the time to make the game is a challenge for us. But going forward, we're looking about developing another team, like a younger team.
Okay, so you have like an A and a B.
Right, to have an A and a B. So that's our aim.
All right. I know Rising Stars has an A and a B team.
And a C.
And a C.
No, A1.
Oh, sorry, A1 and A2. No, B1 and B2. Sorry.
So A, B1, and B2.
B2, correct.
Y'all just don't want to get a C. All right.
Well, I don't think they're too happy with the C. My fault for even mentioning C.
Alrighty, so that's good though. That shows development.
Yes,
you guys have
for sure
expanded. Yes. So that's amazing. So who is it? Coach Trisha and Irvin coaching those same 3 teams?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Are you an assistant coach this year, or you're injury free and you're playing?
I'm injury free and I'm playing.
Awesome.
Not coaching this season.
Okay. Awesome.
She's happy about that one.
Yeah.
Well, she should be. She's missed out quite a bit.
I know.
Yes, the league has missed you. Yeah, most definitely.
I missed the league.
What? Tell us what your injury was and how well you've recovered.
I ruptured my Achilles January 17th, coming up 1 year, will be this year.
Wow.
It was 90% ruptured, and I went ahead, I proceeded with surgery, consecutive physiotherapy sessions, working out, staying in tune with the national program as well, too. Doing as much activities as I was able to.
Right.
Leading up to the tournament in October, where
qualifiers.
The qualifiers, which I also attended with the national team. I'm grateful for that. I progressed, my recovery. Pretty much, I was recovered, I would say, in time. 7 months. Within 7 months. Usually these types of surgeries, it's usually like a year and a half.
Right.
So I was back out on the court 7 months. Wasn't as confident as I am now, but
it happens. Yeah, it's a mental problem. Yeah, that's
right. But
she made it in time.
I made it in time
for the October trip.
For the October trip, yeah. Yeah, but overall recovery, it was smooth. Of course, I had my doubts, like, okay, am I gonna get through? Am I gonna make it? Can I get back and touch court for next season, which is this season now?
Right.
So I personally set goals for myself as well too, and like I said, I stuck with physio, made sure I was at every session, and able to pull through for this season, of course.
Awesome. So you guys, what's your record now for the Open League? It's a continuation, right? So you all started in October, but do you know what your record is for this season?
When you say
how many
record,
wins and losses?
Did we start in October?
It was November.
November?
Was it December?
Either way,
I think it was late November. I think we have two wins. We have 2 wins.
2 wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
We,
All right.
You've only played twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can send you the league listing.
All right. How many teams do we have?
10.
10.
Yes.
Is everyone playing?
As a round robin.
So even B1 and 2 are playing in the A's?
Yeah.
A's? Okay, that's
we
good.
won. I think it was our B1 that we played before we ended off for the break, and we won that game.
Okay, awesome. So I know you sent us some updates, Coach Janet, on the opening league last weekend, and it seemed to be really, really good. Yeah, you just hear the intensity in Coach Janet's voice. Everyone loves her when you tell you.
She can go sport bats.
I know, right? I tell
bats.
you, she really can. Tell us a little bit about the excitement that you witnessed on the court last Saturday.
Right, so the girls, ladies, what happened was there was anticipation with Strikers United versus All Stars. So prior for Christmas, Strikers United played at least 3 games, and they won those games convincingly. So coming back out from Christmas, you're thinking, wow, they're going to play All Stars.
Right.
How is it going to be? All Stars, they came with their A game, like 6-0 before
someone else can score.
Before they scored one. And so basically, anticipation is that the score doesn't reflect the game, but I know that All Stars had control of that game throughout the whole thing, and defending as well as attacking. Then their shooters come back from maternity leave now, and so I've never seen her play in the league, so it's the first time I'm seeing her play.
Who's that?
Kate Copeland.
Oh, you've never seen her play?
No.
That's true. Really? I just realized.
Welcome to K style of play.
Welcome to K. So she's back now.
She's back.
And you said, was she a force still?
Yes.
Yeah, she's amazing. I just love even when I'm playing against Kay, I'm admiring her. It's not right.
And
I'm
I
not supposed
missed it
to.
because my team was playing, so I couldn't, of course, watch that game.
But then also, one of the things that I saw was Kat's back.
Yay!
And the trust that she has with Kay.
It's amazing.
It was like,
chemistry is amazing.
Why wasn't this in Jamaica?
I know. Yeah. You guys would have gotten much
she
better
was
results.
injured as well.
Yeah.
So.
ACL as well.
No, Achilles, same as me. Hers was 80%,
yeah.
I think.
Okay.
And it's like, this could have been Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's what you needed, huh?
Yeah.
So that was that. And then when I went over, I couldn't even watch Socialites in Elite because of, I don't know if it was the atmosphere or the back chats or the...
Who was back chatting? Coach Laverne?
No.
Never.
It wasn't you. It was the team. The team, I think, what is they all are masters. Or they all are chiefs.
Too many chiefs, not enough.
And they need to be in.
Right.
But because the leader is not here, we have about 3 or 4 players who are not here.
Okay.
And because of that,
one is because of
things got
family
down.
issues.
Right.
All right. Well, let's get back to the league. So tell us now, what times and what days the leagues are played. Is it? I know Saturday for sure, but is there another day in the week?
Thursday.
So Thursdays.
Yeah, and the games are 6:30 and 7:15.
Okay.
And you
on both days?
On both days.
Okay.
Come down to Tudor-Bodden. And it doesn't really matter what team you support because everybody
supports each other. Anyway, yes.
Or they're looking at tactics.
Right.
Right. But you know about that, Dion, watching team to see
who's playing what. Yes, tactics, strategizing.
Yes.
And then also as well with the Open League, it's the comeback from Jamaica where a lot of players are injured. Okay. And they're coming in and playing and they're not injured anymore. Like a couple months she was injured. You know, like that type of thing. So it's to see them playing in their units and playing tougher.
Okay.
So they experience something, so they understand it, so they're coming into league and trying it as well.
But to be fair, they needed that break as well too to get the chance to take care of themselves and their injuries.
Yeah.
Yes, but most of them too are coming out to our rehabilitation program.
Right.
We're doing strengthening. We're working on that. You know,
On the Wednesday.
Is that for club teams or is that national?
For the national.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're looking on persons' injuries, and we're going back to the drawing board to trying to strengthen them and
condition
to work on the condition.
Did you fall under that program as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's back out.
And then also as well, we're looking at recruiting as well. We're looking to recruit more Caymanians to come and play out and play for the national squad. But there's criteria. We've got a HP program. We're trying to make them fit in. We've listened to other people in the different parts of the Americas saying how they got their teams. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's interesting. Well, I know most of our Caymanian athletes that usually represent the country in these international tournaments were blindsided with work, why they couldn't attend the qualifier, right? And that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, because we had a main player in the center court too that couldn't make it because of work.
Yeah,
related.
That's quite unfortunate. Yeah.
And so, but we got the under 16s.
Yeah.
And these are two of the coaches for the under 16s, and they're going to tell them a little bit about what you lot have been doing and what is the competition. Because I got the text from DIONNE and I thought I'm not answering.
Yeah, because she's like JPCYNT. So I said, what that is? I said, Coach, what that is before the show starts.
Okay, well, that's a Gene Pair Caribbean Youth Netball Tournament.
Oh, yes. I like it.
Gene Pair. Gene Pair.
Where is it going to be held?
In Dominica this year.
Nice. Okay.
Right. So the travel date is March the
22nd. We're leaving 22nd.
Are we leaving the 22nd? Oh, you know more. 22nd.
She knows more than you, but she is assigning you to do all the talking. Yeah.
The 22nd.
So the 22nd of March,
right.
our under 16 girls heading off. Okay, this is interesting.
So we have with us one of our assistant coach.
What's that experience been for been like for you?
Coaching?
Yes. The other side. You're on the other side now.
Yeah.
Wearing a different helmet.
Overall, it is great. For me, it feels like when I play, like it is something natural. Coaching, I have learned a lot. Even what I've learned, I'm putting it in different plays and stuff on the court. Coaching with Coach Laverne and Coach Irvin, who is head coach, and we have Coach Ariane as well too, Coach Case. We have a solid team. Yeah, we have a solid team for this under 16 squad.
Nice.
And I enjoy coaching with them. I learn a lot from both Coach Irvin and Coach Laverne. They give me a lot of good tips, even in the process of doing like a practice drill, and going over other stuff. Like what are we going to put in place and stuff for training. I learn a lot in that sense from them, and I'm happy for that.
How long have you all been training?
December the 4th was our first training date, and then we had Christmas break, and yesterday was very interesting. We had 14 persons that turned out.
That's very good.
And the good news is we have 4 from Cayman Brac who will be joining us on Friday.
Yes.
So we have over 20-something girls who are actually out, and we're looking for more.
Okay.
So we do train on Mondays and Fridays.
Go ahead.
Are we going to try adding like a Saturday also to accommodate the Cayman Brackers when they come?
Okay.
But we're excited.
Of course. When do you guys select the actual team?
Right.
Later February, early March?
We're going to have trials maybe February.
The 3rd and the 6th.
The 3rd and the 6th?
Yes.
I think what's the 2nd and the 3rd?
No, is it Friday the 3rd?
Yes, somewhere around there.
Friday
the 3rd and the 6th. Yeah, we're going to have trials. And We're going to be going over the criteria for selection and all those because they're young girls. When I first saw them during school, that was around in October, and they had their the rally. We had girls who had the composition of an athlete, but when you put them on the court, they didn't have the skills because with the lockdown, they wasn't playing much netball sport. So when I saw them, my head hurt because I know the work that we had to do, and I didn't come on board until November.
But that's why you love what you do, though.
No, I love what I do. So there and then, I work with Coach Janet with the national program, which, thank you for being there for me and stuff. So, so we're growing every time. So based on what we saw, we realized that it's back to the drawing board.
Right.
It's nothing about working on tactics.
So it's brand new girls. And you have to get them ready for March.
Yes. Right. Some of them been playing
school league.
School league, but the school level is not
where it should be.
What's
competition like across the board and across the region in this age category? Not as developed.
No, I put my thumbs down in the sense of because you've got to look that in 2020 we had a lockdown September, December, and then we had another lockdown last year, September, December. So anybody that's going for this tournament who's probably in year 10, they have not really done any netball since year 7.
Okay.
Yeah. And so if you have to look at that aspect, so you could be an athlete, you could be a runner, jumper, can do lots of different throws, but it's the tactical things on the netball court and the physicality we're not used to. And so these are some of the reasons why the netball is not at the level it's at. So at the moment we're trying to do a junior league on a Saturday morning.
Okay.
And
you have 2 minutes to tell me about that.
Right, so it doesn't matter if you're a youth club, it doesn't matter if you're a school team, it doesn't matter if you come from an actual club. We do under 11s, under 13s and under 15s. And we just need people to come out, contact Cayman Netball TD at Gmail. We're looking for volunteers to come on our committee member, be a committee member. We need to embrace netball, and we can't do it by ourselves, and it can't be the same people doing it over and over again. We're looking for new blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Sharking.
For the senior league as well.
Yes.
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 Most definitely. Are we going to continue the men's league? Is that something that you guys are discussing? The board is discussing about the men's league. I know
it fizzled out, didn't it? I think basically we just want to get the under 16s to a certain level, and then after that it's our progression. Yeah, we need to progress.
March. When we do come back in April, then we could
focus on
that.
All right. And my next question, Turtle Netters, when do you all start back?
We start back on Saturday.
Okay. Awesome.
Early morning.
At Truman, West Bay, and
Bodden Town Primary School.
Bodden Town Primary School. All right. Sounds good. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome.
Oh, guess what? You'll be working on Saturdays too.
Oh,
sorry.
All right. Well, that's it for Radio Cayman Sports Extra for tonight. Thank you, ladies, so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I know that we got the times mixed up tonight. So
yeah, that was my fault because you told me and I said yes, and then I told them different times.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Take the blame. Yes.
Are you looking slimmer?
I'm looking good. All right. Thank you very much. All right. And thank you so much to Paul Laidlaw from Flag Football that also showed up. They're heading off to the UFFL tournament coming up in Orlando this weekend also.
Ooh,
so that's going to be huge. Good luck to them. Yeah. All right. And that's it for Sports Extra for tonight. I'm DIONNE Anglin. Good night and God bless.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Radio Cayman Sports Extra.
You know, as a coach, I thoroughly agree. The athlete is just qualified for the World Championship on a bigger stage in a bar.
The guys have been training for the last 5 months now, so they're in the real highest spirit that they can do well.
It was really infectious. I mean, for a 4-day meet with 2 sessions each day, that's pretty exhausting. And these kids were just rocking the whole weekend. So